Hi everyone, it's Jim Hamill here in the Pocono Mountains, the rolling hills of Wayne County, and behind me here is the barn and the manufacturing facility for Moka Origins. They've been around for about 5 years now, making bean-to-bar chocolate as well as coffee, and we wanted to sample some of the goodness here at Moka Origins and share that with you and tell you what they're all about. So come on in while we check out Moka Origins here in the Poconos. Well, here we are inside Moka Origins here just north of Honesdale, and I have some really awesome people with me and amazing chocolate as well. The kind of chocolate you can drink, the kind of chocolate you can eat. And Jeff Abella's here as well as Beth, his chocolatier. They run Moka Origins, and we've got Kate from the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau with us. She's going to be sampling the chocolate with us today. Everybody, thanks for joining us here.
Absolutely. We'd rather be nowhere else. This is it.
This is your home turf. You guys make chocolate here year-round. You've been here for about 5 years. Describe to me, this is not just the kind of chocolate that you would get at the grocery checkout line necessarily. This is really high-quality chocolate sourced responsibly from locations in Africa, right?
That's right, yeah. So the whole kind of premise is to use chocolate and coffee as a way to directly trade with our farmers overseas that produce these beans, and use really chocolate and coffee as a vehicle to impact their lives. And so what we do is make bean-to-bar chocolate, where we literally go from the raw cocoa bean, we do the processing, the shelling, the stone grinding, the aging, the tempering and wrapping all here so that people can see it, but people can also get a sense of the handwork that happens 5,000 miles away in Africa where we source these beans.
And so this is something that you can find in locations throughout the country. You've got bars of chocolate, you've got drinking chocolate, you've got chocolate truffles made specially by your wife, right?
That's right, yeah. Definitely give her a shout out. We'll try them in a minute. They're phenomenal. But yeah, you can find us in about 200 plus locations across the United States. Yeah, Whole Foods and Mom's Organic Markets and places like that. It's using that moment in front of customers to tell a story about how ethical sourced beans can make better tasting chocolate and can have an effect on farmers' lives.
That's fantastic. Jeff, I've tried this before. I covet this type of stuff. It's amazing. It just comes right here in the Pocono Mountains out to the world, and we want to jump right in here because you've laid out such a great array of different chocolates for us. Please run us through, you and Beth, what we should be trying and what we should know about all this specialty chocolate.
There's not really a wrong place to start. Beth, where should we jump in?
All right, well, we could start with Uganda.
Okay.
Lately, we've been roasting it so that there's also like very juicy notes to it.
Wow.
Really good.
That is so good.
So we use that. We have some bars that are dark bars and some that are inclusion bars, but we pair the profile of each bean from each region with the inclusions that we add to it.
When people come to our factory, we're open 7 days a week, and we do a lot of tours and tastings. First thing, we try to hit you with chocolate within a few minutes of you walking in the door. Right. And one thing we like to walk you through.
Right away.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, even before you come in, right?
Yeah.
Smells wonderful.
Yeah.
We try to have you taste, the different countries' chocolate. So when you taste the Ugandan like we just did, and now we'll try the Tanzania and Ghana, same recipe, generally the same processing steps and formulas, but it's the characteristic of the bean that tastes different, and it results in a very dramatically different tasting chocolate.
So Tanzania's next?
Let's try Tanzania. Yep,
okay, that one's right here.
And take a look at the color.
Can I get the big piece?
Absolutely.
Again?
You got the big piece again. I picked you a good piece that last time around.
Interesting to note the red kind of tint to it compared to the Uganda, which had a little bit more of a darker shade.
Ooh, my.
I think of the Tans as kind of like the diva of the chocolates.
I can sense that in the flavor in my taste buds.
Yes, it really hits you up top, and if it's not roasted just right, it can be almost sour, but when you get it just right, it's just like there's this whole like roller coaster of flavor that goes on as it melts in your mouth, which makes it really exciting, and then we pair that with cherries, so it brings out even more of that juicy flavor.
I could see that tanginess being good in it. And you know what, it does have like a tiny bit of a bite, so it's that like spicy, tangy, but it's still smooth. That's what I love about all your chocolate, because I'm not a huge dark chocolate fan because of too much bite, but all of it is still so smooth.
Yeah,
It's
reduced
amazing.
bitters happen when we roast it in a certain way, and then the stone grinding, it really reduces a lot of those volatile, bitter flavors.
Well, let's sample another flavor.
Let's
Which
hit
this
it.
one down the line?
This is Ghana.
And I'll say this much too. It's not just the experience of sampling their chocolate. It's the overall like creative aspect that you put into your packaging and to just your messaging and everything else, I think that it's really resonating with people who utilize these types of things to like share with people, to give as gifts, and to have in their home.
Yeah, well, it's Beth, the team. We have an amazing team. Joe, who's behind me, making hundreds of pounds of delicious chocolate, actually illustrates all the artwork on our packaging.
Oh, wow.
Prashant, who does our social media, also does the graphic design. So it's fun working with such a dynamic team that have many different strength and qualities to jump in and be creative in that process.
Yeah.
And you're also passionate about what
Yes,
you
they
do,
are.
which really makes it more of like an experience when you come here.
All right, so we've got 3 chocolates down, but this next one I've been craving just a little bit, especially over the summer months here. And Kate, you've been eyeing this up as well.
Yeah.
Well, we saved you one. This is a limited batch bar. It's our summer s'mores bar. We bring this out just for subscribers of our Moka box and special guests, of course, that come into our factory. So
You're too kind.
let's jump in.
All right.
Feel free, help yourself.
Oh man, look at that. You've got the vegan marshmallow on that, the graham cracker, and of course, the chocolate.
So
Chocolate.
Beth hand pours these and then tops with, go ahead, tell us your tricks.
Graham cracker and then the vegan marshmallows, which are a little knacky because you want to make sure that every bite has both. It's important.
Yeah.
But mainly in the tempering room, we do sometimes just start putting things on the different kinds of chocolate, which is so much fun because you end up with these really kind of exciting ideas that then we can develop into something that could really be a Moka box bar. And every month we have for subscribers a brand new bar that's each one is super different. One day we were making our espresso bars, which is a chocolate bar with coffee beans ground into it, and we had a bunch of toffee because we also make toffee almonds. So we said, what would happen if we just put toffee on top of the espresso bar, and it was banging. So now that's going to be one of our Moka box bars coming up.
The
but
coffee
it's just
toffee.
super fun. Yeah.
It's like a creative process too, like sampling things. I mean,
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, a lot of trial and error.
You've hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah.
Or when you first bite into it, and then when you get down further, you really get that kick of the rich milk chocolate,
Yeah.
which is a nice surprise because the first part of the bite is perfect too.
Yeah, it really does taste like a s'more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we call this guilt-free gluttony because we take single origin cocoa beans, make really high quality dark chocolate as the base, and then we add the fun stuff. So, ultimately it's still very good, high quality and nutritious because of the dark nature of the cacao. Right. So, that's one of our funner bars.
That's a really fun one. Now, you have the bars, but you also have drinks that you cultivate with a lot of your ingredients. Which ones do you have on display here? You have 4.
That's right. So we are actually going to jump into our lattes. And
This is what we signed up for today, Kate.
totally.
We're taking one for the team, Kate.
So we now have a factory cafe, so you
Thank
can come
you.
in and enjoy this right on site with us. We roast it about 10 feet from where you're drinking it. And little backstory on our coffee, Moka founded in actually 7 years ago in Cameroon as a coffee cooperative project. And so coffee has been a part of our kind of origin story for a long time. It's a really important part of our business as far as the relationship we have with farmers there. That evolved into cocoa, and then we launched our factory 5 years ago here. But before we were making chocolate, we were working with coffee farmers in the mountainous region of northwest Cameroon in West Africa. So
All right.
cheers to 7 years
Cheers
hard
to
work
Moka
there.
Origins. Oh, that is delightful. It really is. And you have people here who just welcome you as soon as you walk in the door. So whether you're coming for a tour, whether you're coming to take something home with you, you've got the actual coffee and lattes here made fresh for you. And then you can go out on hiking trails here at Moka and Himalayan Institute and really enjoy the nature outside here, the 4 walls of the barn and the factory, the whole Pocono Mountains region.
It's a whole experience. Yeah, you can come out here, we're nested right in the beautiful Poconos at the campus of the Himalayan Institute. And then you come in and not just can you enjoy the cafe, but as you're, eating the chocolate, you can see it being stone ground or the roaster preparing the beans. So, it brings your awareness to the process unlike you typically would when you walk into a normal cafe or chocolate shop, and that awakens the really the understanding of the supply chain and the farmer's relationship in that ultimately, and then how much hand care the team puts into making high quality product. And yeah, we hope you taste the difference.
It tastes really good.
It's amazing.
One last thing.
Okay.
We gotta jump into those truffles.
Oh, okay.
My wife Chelsea works really hard, and they are so delectable.
I'm okay with that, and you can only get them here at the factory, right?
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So help yourself.
Oh, thank
We're
you.
all
I'll
yeah,
take this
dig
one.
in.
Kate, do you want one here?
Yep.
Should I? No? Okay, all right.
And this is definitely a hand care situation because Chelsea's been hand rolling each one of the truffles. She makes the ganache by hand, mixes it all together. She melts down chocolate that we, are using for other things, and then we'll add different stuff to it to make each one have a special flavor that goes with it. You can see from the toppings.
Yeah, these aren't like launching off of a conveyor belt. These are, hand
Now, what
created.
are we eating today? Which
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, so that is a dark chocolate ganache coated in single origin dark chocolate and topped with cocoa nibs. So those crunchy bits on top, those are the insides of the cocoa beans.
Wow.
So you'll get kind of that, bitter dark chocolate burst of flavor, really balanced with the creamy ganache that's inside.
I love all the different textures and everything here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, texture's a fun one to play with, especially on the bar side.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sample this texture right now. What do you think?
Like everything, it's so good and so original.
Walk, no, don't walk, run to the nearest place that sources Moka origins. And especially this place here at the Himalayan Institute campus. You guys have this factory. You guys are open how many days a week?
7.
7 days a week.
Yep, 9 to 4.
Come on in, make sure you sample everything that you can sample, and then take some home for the family.
Especially because Christmas is around the corner. Especially here.
Yeah.
We do Christmas early because we have to pour so many of these bars. These are our only 2-layer bars right now that have both the white chocolate and the dark
Yeah.
chocolate, and then organic peppermint candy on the back. So each one of these, it's a little more labor intensive. So we start a little bit early so we can make sure that we make enough. But they're the stars
Thank
of
you,
the
Jeff.
season. So we're going to start blasting the Christmas music here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, Christmas does start early, doesn't it? Yeah.
So
This is our
with the
limited batch
holidays on the
peppermint.
way,
Yep.
you guys would have a limited amount of these. So people should get here and get them before they're out.
Yeah, we only do a few thousand. We have them on pre-order, so you have to order them in advance. And,
Oh, wow.
they're very labor intensive. It's a single chocolate bar that has to be poured twice. We pour a white layer of chocolate, and then a dark chocolate layer, and then hand top it with candy cane, all organic and kosher certified, and made
This
with
is
a lot of
incredible.
love.
It
And
really
a
is.
great gift for the holidays.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
That you can feel good about because of, the labor and everything
Yeah.
that went into it that was humane and good and just all around.
A lot of
Great
Yuletide
place
glee.
to shop.
A lot of it, right in this one bite.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, well,
Thank you guys so much.
The chocolatier here, Jeff, one of the head honchos here of Moka Origins, running this show for 5 years, hopefully many more years after this. Kate, thanks for joining us for this podcast here on Pocono Mountains Podcast, as well as on Pocono Mountains Magazine. We are going to bid you adieu because we have a lot more work to do here to tackle all this chocolate.
You're not done yet.
We're not finished.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody, and listening. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Pocono Tourism YouTube channel and click the bell button below to be the first to watch new videos. You can also click the link on the screen to watch more episodes of Pocono Mountains Magazine.